A healthy self-esteem is not denying who you are or denying reality. Originally, I said it's not based on reality, right? So when you have a positive self-esteem, it does not mean that you deny who you are. That's not it. So somebody is not very good at mathematics, but he's positive about himself that I can learn it. He might not be good at it, but he's positive. Another person is good at it and he feels, I'm not doing very well. I think, why did I score a B? It should be an A. I must not be very smart. The guy who had a D or a C or a E, which one is the closer one to F? The guy who had an E is telling himself, wow, I try you. Next time I will try more. Positive self-esteem. The other guy who had a B is saying, I must not be smart. How come somebody else had an A and me, I had a B? You see how it's not based on reality? Okay. Let's move on. Why is self-esteem important? So research indicates that self-esteem predicts certain life outcomes. That's why it's important. When in psychology, when you say it predicts, that means it can foretell or it can give an indication, right, of certain life outcomes. A healthy sense of self and having positive self-esteem has a tremendous influence on how we live our life. It affects areas of your life such as academic achievements. So somebody who is otherwise a brilliant person, a smart person, can actually perform poorly because of his self-esteem. I just give you an example now. He got a B in mathematics and he tells himself he must not be smart. And then the next thing he would say that, you know what, it's not even worth it. I'm not a smart person because if I'm smart, I should have an A. It's not worth it. And by the time he concludes that it's not worth it, then he stops studying. And then the next exam he's going to get a D. And that will further reinforce the fact that you must not be a smart person. And before you know it now, it's an F he's getting, even though ordinarily. So that's why self-esteem is important. Self-esteem also predicts happiness. Hello? When you have a high sense or a positive sense of, self-esteem, the tendency is that you are happy. Regardless of, again, go back to the guy who got an E. He's not sad because he got an E. Satisfaction in marriage and relationships. That's the crux for us in this class because we're dealing with marital competency and relationships. That's what we're dealing with. So now, satisfaction, they say in psychology that self-esteem predicts satisfaction in marriage and relationships. And that's why I'm talking about it today. Because your self-esteem can indicate or can affect your relationships. Can affect whether or not you are satisfied in your relationships or in your marriage. That's why it's critical for us. Finally, found that they say criminal behavior. Self-esteem can actually predict criminal behavior. There are children who steal not because they need, but because of low self-esteem. When a child is most of the time, when a child is suffering from low self-esteem, he becomes violent, right? He becomes disobedient in school. He picks things that does not belong to him and put it in his bag. Criminal behavior. When we have a healthy self-esteem, we tend to feel positive about ourselves and about life in general. You like and value yourself as a person. It makes us better able to deal with life's ups and downs. That's why it's important, self-esteem. When it is positive, it helps you to be able to deal with life's ups and downs, because all of us experience ups and downs in our lives. Some of us just are better at not showing it, that's just all. But everybody, doesn't matter who you are, rich, poor, spiritual, carnal, doesn't matter. Everybody experiences ups and downs. When your self-esteem is high, it helps you to cope. When your self-esteem is high, you are able to make decisions and assert yourself. When you see people who have a problem with making decisions, and I think when we're talking about traits of low self-esteem, you will see people who have a problem with making decisions for themselves. They are always wanting to defer to another person to make decisions for them. That's low self-esteem. So you can imagine giving the steering wheel or the wheels of your life to other persons because of low self-esteem. That's why it's important that we have positive self-esteem. When your self-esteem is positive, you feel able to try new or difficult things. You're not afraid of challenges. You are better able to show kindness towards yourself. You are able to move past mistakes without blaming yourself continuously. When your self-esteem is great, you believe you matter and are good enough. You believe you deserve happiness. So that's why self-esteem is important.